What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we got part 3 of the Weekend League recap and continuing on with this series. If you're new, make sure you subscribe, man. It means the world to me. I'd love to have you here. I'd like to think we have a good time on this channel, so even though the comment section is pretty dry. So anyways, going over our team, it's the exact same as it was in the last 2 recaps. So like I said, we did get a new quarterback in Daunte Culpepper. You guys are going to see a little bit more of him putting the team on his back in this video. So he's pretty solid. I would say he's the second best QB in the game behind the new quarterback that I got that you guys will see next week. So as you guys can see, got the best kicker and punter in the game. Flex, you know, that's a big flex. Just kidding. We're a 94 overall, looking pretty solid all the way around. And yeah, like I said, if you guys enjoy the series, make sure you let me know, comment, like, subscribe, and if you're new, hit the subscribe button, and stay tuned for part 3 of the Carolina Tour offensive ebook that will be dropping on the channel later this week. So without further ado, we've showed you the team, we've showed you the offense, showed you the defense, showed you the playbooks, all that. Let's get into it. So as you guys can see, we did start out for what was a 3-2 record. We've now moved it to 7-2, so going pretty good for us. We've got a little bit of a win streak going on, and of course Night Train Lane is going to help us out with that, starting off with an interception on my opponent's first offensive drive, and then following up with a pass over the middle to Tyreek Hill, which brings us to a 3rd and 3, where we're looking for somebody open, but we don't have Dashing Deadeye, unfortunately. If I had Dashing Deadeye, that probably would have been a completion, but we missed a wide open Chad Johnson in the end zone. So had to take 3 and puts our opponent in the red zone. He rolls out with Aaron Rodgers and throws a nice pass to Darren Waller to score a touchdown. He's up 7-3 in the Buccaneers uniforms. So here we throw from the pocket and find Chad Johnson on the sideline. Pretty nice pass there. Had a pretty nice route combo set up too. Nice little high-low read. And we're running around. Daunte putting the team on his back, baby. Tiptoeing out of bounds to get us across the 50-yard line. So 2nd and 3. We hit Darren Waller in the flats, pass lead up, and we're able to get about a 25-yard gain off of throwing to the flats. Or maybe it was 20 yards, I'm not sure. But and then we go back to Darren Waller once again in the back of the end zone on the seam pass to take the lead 10-7. So 3rd and 1, he hits his tight end up the middle. My user wasn't there. Probably should have watched that. But brings him to a 1st and 10, and we lurk him, but he throws to his other read. I think that was his 3rd read for the touchdown. Just happened to work out for him, you know. Anyways, 2nd and 3. Dropping back to pass, we find Tyreek Hill on the cover 3 beater. He ran a stock cover 3 without deep halving his corners, so we were able to find a clutch touchdown right before half to take the lead, and our connection to our peer has been lost. I guess he's figuring he didn't have a chance. So here in our next opponent, this opponent was really frustrating because this is something I noticed. Anytime I'm playing an opponent that has Edger and James, they just pound the rock constantly, the Edger and James always seems to burn me. So, you know, we struggled a little bit in the run game. Here we come with a heavy blitz on 3rd and 10, and he makes us pay for it. Makes the right read to Chad Johnson, his Chad Johnson, and takes it in for a touchdown to give him a 7-0 lead. Here had a pretty good route combination going on here. The flats were open, so I took the flats, carried it up the field for about 15 yards. Which brings us to a 1st and 10, running our verticals route combination with the smoke screen, hitting Chad Johnson over the middle, which brings us to a 1st and 10. Culpepper dropping back to pass, find Tyreek Hill over the middle on that post route, and here we throw it to Chad Johnson, and hello, bad stick alert. Bad stick by me. I was not able to carry it into the end zone, so I don't know what that was. And here, back to the run. Edger and James just gashing me, man. Like, I can't stop Edger and James for some reason. He's really good. So it brings him to a 3rd and goal. He tries to run with Steve McNair and takes a sack from Lawrence Taylor, who is still pretty good. I mean, if you put double or nothing on him, he's still pretty good. I'm holding on to him, waiting for an upgrade. Here we roll out with Culpepper, find our running back on the delayed hitch route. to bring us to a 3rd and 8. Dropping back to pass, find Tyreek Hill over the middle once again. Slowly driving downfield at the start of the second half. We audibled down. I noticed he was misaligned, and I put Chad Johnson on a streak. He saw it really late and tried to move the corner over there and user it, but I already caught him slipping. And when I catch you slipping, I'll get you, okay? I'll get you. Chad Johnson for the touchdown. Pretty good audible by us. 1st and 10. We get an acrobat interception from DRC. Very thankful for that. Gets us the ball right back in a tie game at 10-all. We audible down to weak close flex and get our high-low route combination going against cover 3. So we hit the underneath to Chad Johnson, and that's what I'm talking about, man. I went over that in the ebook. Being able to audible down and pass the ball, just audible down and pass the ball instead of only running, because most of the time when you audible down like that, people are expecting you to run the ball. When you pull out a deep pass on them like this, find Tyreek Hill deep over the middle, which leads into the sideline. That's pretty clutch. Brings us to a 3rd and 9. We're rolling out. This is probably my best pass. Roll out, throw on the run. Tyreek Hill noticed I was in trouble and moved to an open spot on the field. That was pretty good. I give myself a lot of credit for that. So he finds his tight end down the middle. With 50 seconds left, he has to go for it on 4th and 2, and we got the users on deck, boys. We lurked the seam, came back to the slant, and with Jeremy Chin, best user in the game, stop and go for the win, boys. Man, was that dirty. That was dirty as hell. Okay, stop and go, leading him to turn his PS4 off, bro. Connection repair has been lost. That was dirty. Now, 3rd and 15 in this game. This game, we struggled a little bit more. He was running Gut Fox as blitz out of these. It's like Sam Mike something. It's where your outside linebacker comes in free, and I figured out how to, this is the first game that I played where I actually figured out how to block it. But anyways, we're on defense, getting the interception with Taylor Mays. Very, very clutch. Here, he was in a lot of man coverage, so I had Tyreek Hill on the S post, pass led it upfield. He tried to get the interception, but the pass was just too perfect on the money for Tyreek Hill. And now my opponent drives down inside our 10-yard line and hits a wheel route, and Chad Johnson fights to the goal line to tie the game up. So here, dropping back to pass, we have Raheem Mostert, and don't ask me how I messed this up. Maybe his change of direction is just low. I feel like if that was Tyreek Hill, he would have had a touchdown. But here, he blitzed me and knew exactly where I was wanting to throw. So he pick six me with Buda Baker. So that was a great user play by him. I hadn't thrown to the running back in the flats yet this game, but somehow he knew in the back of his mind where I was going to go. So good play by my opponent, I guess. Going back to the S post once again, pass lead up. We didn't get the touchdown this time, but we get across the 50-yard line nonetheless. Brings us to a 3rd and 2. We blocked the blitz, and we hit the low ball out route to Chad Johnson, and unfortunately held us to 3 points. I didn't feel like I should take the risk. You need to take your points when you can get them in weekend league. So brings us to a 3rd and 5, and Ronnie Lott decides to jump the seam pass. Man, I'm just thinking like, hey, why can't you do this every game, bro? Like, that's why I got you. But anyways, going back to the S post once again, he was in zone this time. So here we threw the pass late. I probably should have made this read earlier. But he tries to do a terrible stop and go with Daunte Jackson. Still somehow fools my defense and gets it inside the 5-yard line where he punches it in with Reggie Bush, and Taylor Mays denies him. So he took his field goal. This has to be our final drive here. We can't find anybody open. We find the in route late to convert on 2nd and 22. To bring us to a 1st and 10. That was a big conversion. He's running Gut Fox's blitz once again. Dotted him up on the sideline with Chad Johnson. And, I brought my tight end over, because if you're blocking a tight end on the same side as that running back, you're going to block the blitz. But here, Night Train Lane was in a quarterback spy. So I was like, oh, crap, man. The game's over. I just threw that pick, but we get him to a 3rd and 19. And we force an incomplete pass, and he punts us the ball. So here we have a golden opportunity to tie the game up. We audible down to I-form close, except we're not running the ball, we're passing the ball. Play action. We find Chad Johnson on the crossing route with the route technician, gets us out of bounds with 36 seconds left. And here I didn't have enough time. I didn't have any timeouts. I accidentally motioned the wrong guy. So we ended up having 2 in routes running against each other back to back, and I just had to make something happen at that point. I kind of threw this game. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of regret it. If I would have just had an extra timeout or hadn't used my timeouts early, maybe I could have, came up with a better play call, better route combination. But yeah. So yeah, we're ending this recap on a sour note, sadly. Would have liked to have won that game. He gave us a golden opportunity. Defense gave us a golden opportunity, and we were able to get all the way to the 10 or the 5-yard line and just couldn't punch it in. So you have games like that sometimes. I think that moves our record to 9-3 because we started 7-2. So we have a record of 9-3 in weekend league right now. So like I said, sometimes you have games like that. And if you want to know how to block Gut Fox's blitz, I'll break it down if you want me to once I get done going over the ebook. But basically all you do is that annoying little blitzer, that outside linebacker that just kind of loops around, no matter if you block a running back or not, you need to have a tight end blocking on that side. That's pretty much how you block the blitz. And if you don't want to have your tight end blocking, if you're running gun bunch, you want to flip your bunch to the side of the blitz that he's trying to come in. So that's how you block it. He explains it in his video. Not gonna go in too in depth about it. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed, stay tuned. I think we have one more recap video and the ebook coming this week. So if you guys could show some love once those videos drop, and once this video drops, I'll greatly appreciate it. And like I said, if you're new, hit the subscribe button, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video.